is we want to have a public discussion on the trash contract that we have in the township. The 3-year contract is going to be up here July 31st. So we need to kind of decide what we're going to do, whether we're going to rebid it, not do it at all. We have the option to extend the contract with Big O. There's several options, but we kind of want to get some input from the public to see what you guys think, any problems, what your guys' thoughts and ideas are. So we'll just kind of make it simple. And I mean, if anybody has any problems, questions, comments, I mean, kind of give us your input. We've talked to people I know when we've been out on the road, got input from them. So give us your guys' input. I mean, raise your hand if you would. Good. I talked to them, and we have the option, the contract states that we have the option to ask Big O to extend the contract for another 3 years, but we have to do that 90 days prior to the contract being up. So I contacted Big O, and I said, we're going to have a meeting. If we decide to do that, would you guys honor that? And they got back to me, and they said yes, that they would be willing to honor it for the same price for the next 3 years. So that's not set in stone what we're going to do, but that's an option. So, definitely.
I like it. I don't care if you did it out or what. They use been pretty good.
Right.
We only had a mop pickup once at my house, and I sent a pickup truck out the next day. I got a trash. So,
Okay.
had waste management before.
Definitely.
Didn't really like them all that well.
Right.
But I'm all about saving money.
Sure.
Money. Split difference.
I think if you,
Good. Good.
I think if they're going to do it for the same money or right at it,
Right.
the price of fuel, the way it's went up and stuff, if
Sure.
you rebid it, it's going to be higher.
Right. And,
Yeah.
I don't, nothing hardly ever gets cheaper, especially over 3 years, that's just kind of how I look at it. But, we want your input. So, Phil?
It was almost 3 times higher before they came in, so
Right.
I like to keep it.
Okay. Are you happy with them? I mean, are they doing a pretty good job?
Good. Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
We're happy with them also, Celine's, and he's right, the price was 3 times higher. We've
Sure.
never had a problem with them, they don't leave trash everywhere, nothing.
Okay. Definitely.
I think it's good for the township too, the 2 free dumpsters, free.
Right.
Helps people use the building.
Right.
They take care of it.
Definitely. If people didn't know that, part of the contract, they give the township here free toters that we put the trash in for the community building and the township building. So. Good, Ed.
I'm here representing the Lake Homeowner Association, and I'd like to see kept with Big O. We're keeping a lot of stuff off the streets. It's helping our new road we put in out there, and it's just it's a win-win situation for everybody. So for the 50+ hours and Bowling Greens, we'd like to keep it that way.
Other than the problem that we've had with another hauler picking up in there, I mean, is there any other negative comments you guys have heard up there? I mean,
have anything that Mr. Allison's here, and Mr. Dragon, and that staff, they're in trouble.
I think when the contract was let, they had indicated that they were going to have a weekly recycle pickup.
okay.
And they contacted the people that signed up, and they made it twice a month. And since then, I don't know if somebody brought it up or what, but they've gone to weekly now.
Okay.
And we haven't had any problem with it since they've done it.
Definitely. Do a lot of people use recycling? Do a lot of people recycle?
I haven't been around to see. I mean, we got to the point now where we just have one little garbage bag of
Sure.
other trash.
Right.
Recycles.
Definitely.
I got more recycled stuff than I do regular trash.
Definitely. I mean, I can tell you that I think we've noticed some change on the roads, not having all the heavy truck traffic, 3 or 4 or 5 different haulers going up and down the roads all the time. So, not saying we have to stay with Big O, but I think that's helping us.
You've been out there on the roof plowing snow with us today. Waiting on us to just try and tear stuff up.
Yeah.
We had help once, the rest of the time, we
Yeah.
didn't look over it.
Definitely.
I think it's a win-win situation. Not only are the roads better, but I do know, and I've never had a problem with MCI and they were the one previous to Big O, other than, honest to God, they would come in at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, and I have such a crack security team of dogs, and they were barking
Sure.
in the morning until those guys left. And they did do a good job, MCI did do a good job, but come on, you got Big O in daylight hours.
Right.
They're doing what we asked them to do. There's never, ever a problem with Big O, never,
They pick up Mondays up that way? Mondays.
right?
It's Wednesdays out this way.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We live here in town. Prior to Big O coming in this alley, we would have 2, 3, sometimes 4 different vehicles coming through. That's pretty noisy in the middle of the early morning before daylight. Part of the concern we have also within Price is there's a lot of small children riding bicycles up and down through here, pets, you name it. It's reduced that kind of traffic, which has improved safety, especially in the small communities. I think it's a big value that cannot be you can't place value to that.
Sure.
That was wonderful. Once or twice in this past period, we had Big O miss. There's human beings, there's truck drivers, new people filling in, we call. And usually within the hour, not just the day, within the hour, they would have somebody in picking them up and then call to make sure it was done. Prior to that, it would be 2, 3 days, 4 days, or maybe the next week.
Sure.
So Big O is showing a very big attempt to improve their service. So I think it's a good deal.
Sure.
I want it.
Definitely. I mean, obviously, we're not going to make a decision tonight. We'll have to talk about the regular board meeting next week, but we just kind of want to get everybody's input on it, what you guys thought. I mean, is there anybody that's not happy with Big O picking it up? I mean, I don't want to point anybody out, but no. I mean, if we were to talk about the business meeting and that was an option to extend it, I mean, does anybody have any problems with that without rebidding it? I mean, we have the option to rebid it if we want to do it. It might go down. I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't think it's gonna be any cheaper, we're satisfied, it's gonna work out.
I don't think there's any way you're gonna find anybody cheaper.
I don't
Like
see
you
how
said, the
we
gas
cheaper.
prices,
Right.
Yeah.
that right there is gonna increase. And if they're willing to keep it where it's at, that's your township's best bet.
Right.
I think a lot of people knew about this meeting, so if they don't show up, that's their mistake or their fault.
Sure.
But I think, you guys come to Tuesday, go and vote, I go with the contract,
Right.
We're not, anybody else or even other trustee, if you can't show up for this meeting, that's
Sure.
his fault.
In pushing 3 years, I've received a couple complaints, and I've called Big O and talked to them, and they've, remedied the problem right away. So, I mean, I don't have anything negative to say about it. I don't have any problem with them. So.
When's the contract up?
July 31st. Starting on August 1st, we'd have to, whether it's a new carrier we'll pick up, whatever, whatever we decide to do, we'll start off August 1st.
It's not unusual to assume that in the future that they're gonna raise the price somewhat, but we were paying $600 more a year for Big O.
Right.
So,
They got a reason.
even if they had to raise it once,
Right.
we're coming close to it.
We didn't even get the service that we were getting now.
Right.
Now you're wrong on that.
I've had some residents ask, especially in the village here, about like a bulk recycling thing. Would anybody use that? I mean, if we had one in town here,
I would.
would people use it?
I would use it. If there was one like in the parking lot, you mean?
Something like that, yeah, or somewhere here or something like
I
that.
would.
Like cardboard, plastic, and glass.
Yeah, I don't know if Big O offers a bulk. I can ask them. I don't know, but I know I've had some residents ask about that. So they took one out of Jacktown, but I think they're going to try to put one back in.
Right. Sometime this year, they're going to have this place that went to Jacktown Park.
So there's nothing really close anymore.
And we haul ours to the Wilford Firehouse.
Right.
But I think it's through that Perco or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
Yeah. But it's where we haul ours.
Yeah,
All I've ever heard was all good about it.
yeah,
I've never heard any bad.
definitely.
I will say I did have one call our house. I told him he wasn't talking to the right person, but he insisted on being a jerk. But he would leave the neighbor phone number, but
Sure.
he was unhappy that his government rights were taken away or his freedoms or whatever. And I asked for name and number. I said, I'm not a trustee, I'm not a fiscal officer.
Right.
Talking to the wrong guy.
Right. Right. I mean, the meeting tonight was advertised.
Yes.
Right? So I mean, it was out there. Okay.
You're still working, I understand, on that deal with CMI, the lawsuit or the court hearing, et cetera, you might want to let people know.
Right. there was a hearing that was, I believe it was on the 12th of April. There was, the court sided in our favor. They haven't awarded any damages yet. The judge still wanted to read through some rules and regulations and see what he was allowed to award. So we're still waiting on that. So I'll try to do a follow-up Monday and see if I can have something for meeting Tuesday. Definitely. Anybody else? Quiet, quick.
I just have a question. Do you know why the other trustee didn't appear? I mean, this is kind of a big decision for the township.
I do not. We discussed it, and we set this meeting at the last business meeting, so he knew about it. So.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Well,
Just a final comment, if it is final, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Here, here.
Definitely.
I don't agree with what you said, I agree with that.
Well, if that's it, I appreciate everybody coming, and
Will you have to throw bids back out there again, or can you, as the trustees, elect to
extend the contract. Yes.
yeah, we can.
renew the contract?
Yes, we have the right to ask Big O if they would be willing to do that. I talked to them on the phone, and he got back to me, and he said yes, if they would be willing to do that, if that's what we wanted to do.
Okay.
I didn't tell them we're going to do it or weren't going to do it. It was just an option.
Okay.
You can coordinate Tuesday night, come in and put them with us anyway, or you just vote on it and have it done with?
Still majority.
Yeah, I mean, he'll have a vote, but it'll be majority. Right. Right, definitely. No, definitely.
Should we try and have Big O at the meeting? Or?
He said he was going to come.
Well, I'd also like to say, Dan, Ben, Jenny, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to come in here and listen to us. It's a beautiful day out there. Most people would not necessarily take that extra time when you didn't have to. So thank you.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, if that's it, we appreciate everybody coming. I mean, any questions, let us know.
Did you second that?